I think a large amount of people, specifically men, think that feminism is this little silly thing where girls are like, whatever a boy can do, a girl can do. Boys can work hard, heavy labor jobs, so can girls. Men and women should be treated equally. And while, yes, that is feminism, I don't think they understand that equality does not exist yet. In some ways it does, but in a lot of ways it doesn't. It's about safety, and it's about autonomy, and it's about being treated respectfully. Feminism is also about the violence against women epidemic. For example, 99% of rapes that are reported in the US by women report a male perpetrator. Every year worldwide, around 12 million girls are child brides. 12 million girls, children, are child brides. And child marriage is linked to DV and girls being pulled out of education. So don't get me started about how that does ruin their life, and it's not just something they can get out of when they're older. And like, some of these things are probably going over people's heads because Americans in particular have been so desensitized to violence. When I talk about child brides, I am talking about pedophilia. If you're desensitized to children getting raped, I don't know what to tell you. About 1 in 3 women worldwide are victims of domestic violence. You're looking at one. And most of that violence is from someone they know, often a partner. And are these partners abusing on the first date? No, they're not. They're waiting until women are locked in. Engagement, pregnancy, wedding, or once finances are tied together. Actually, a sexual assault happens every 68 seconds in the United States. And the majority of these SAs are never reported. Yet somehow when we talk about feminism and the sexual violence epidemic, particularly towards women, there's always some pushback from men who say that false reports are common or that women falsely accused, when the reality is that is why we need feminism. We need survivors to be believed and to be listened to and to be taken seriously. Like, most of our perpetrators do not get jailed, and there are systems that are protecting these perpetrators. The patriarchy protects abusers. So no, feminism is not just like girls can work too, girls can have jobs too. It's about protecting us, and not just protecting us from these things happening, but protecting us from when they do happen. These things are important. And I also think there's a psychological layer to feminism that people miss. For example, women feel like we have to keep weapons on us, or we have to walk with our key between our fingers in case we need to stab somebody on our way home that comes up behind us and attacks us. And guys that watch this may think that that's exaggerated or that's too much, but that is the reality of being a woman. I do not know a woman who doesn't have a story. And when I say that, these misogynistic, patriarchal men always say, well, then you must not know a lot of women. No. Every woman you know, I'm sure, has a story. I know plenty of women, and we all have some sort of story. I think unpaid and invisible labor is something that people miss when we talk about feminism as well. And I'm talking about a lot of women who choose to have children are expected to work full-time jobs while also being a mother and being the one who changes the diapers, being the one who gives the kids their food, being the one who takes care of children, while also cooking, while also cleaning, while the guy is praised for going to work and she works and does like a zillion other things. And in those sort of dynamics, a lot of times the women are also expected to regulate the man's emotions. And I could even get into reproductive autonomy and how in states where abortion is criminalized, if that woman is having an ectopic pregnancy, she will die. She will die. We need feminism because wherever a man is, his rights are pretty much the exact same, whereas women's rights fluctuate based on what country we live in, the color of our skin, our age, and whether or not that doctor or person is a feminist or think that women deserve respect. And don't even get me started on how women of color are treated different than white women. As a white woman, I am, yes, still fighting for some rights in the medical department, but I'm more likely to survive than a black woman, particularly during pregnancy. 80% of maternal deaths within 42 days of the birth and the pregnancy ending are preventable. 80% of those deaths and women giving birth are preventable. Women are treated differently based off of the color of our skin or where we're from, whereas men generally get equal treatment. We fucking need feminism. I post about abuse awareness and women's empowerment, so follow me if you think that would resonate with you.